This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Is it allergies or is it COVID-19? A local doctor makes a house call for all of us next. Welcome everyone, and thank you for your time today. I'm Ken Carr with your local information. It's been a rough allergy season for me and my car, just pollen everywhere. Lisa Sugar gets some tips for allergy season in today's news feature.
Well, 'tis the season for allergies, and this season the allergies are really in full force. Today, I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Philip Benyo, MD, who is primary care and geriatrics for the Lehigh Valley Health Network. He's also a familiar face right here on SSPTV, seen on It's Your Health. So, Dr. Benyo, great to see you. But boy, these allergies are really out of control this year. Are you seeing a lot of people with allergies in your office?
Lisa, thank you so much for the opportunity to bring to the table our current healthcare problems through SSPTV. And as I tell Sam when I'm on his show, I'm always happy to help him with his ratings. But yes, it's been a banner year for sinus issues and allergies, almost a perfect storm because we sort of didn't really have a real spring and morphed right into the summertime. And if you don't believe me, go out and look at your car after you wash it, because in a day or two, you'll see this green film over the windshield and the hood. And so one of the problems that we face is the nose has more blood vessels in it per unit than almost any other place in your body. And if we look inside the nose, there's a series of what are called turbinates, which resemble cast iron radiators. And of course, keep in mind that the purpose of the nose is to heat and humidify the air. So naturally, when you're breathing in these allergens, they evoke this response where the nose basically starts sweating, kind of like dripping from a cave, and can back up into the ears, down your throat, itchy eyes, pretty typical of allergic rhinitis, we call it. And I don't know of too many patients out there in television land who have not had some degree of allergy symptoms this year.
Now, can allergies be confused with the flu and with COVID?
Usually, if you have an infection, you're going to have some discharge from your nose, which we call mucopurulent, which is another word for pus. Could be green or have a color to it. You might have a fever if infection sets in. But some patients with COVID just simply have the sniffles and a runny nose. So it can be very confusing. But of course, that's why we do the COVID testing. I just had a patient this past week who basically said, you know, I think I have allergies, but work won't let me come back unless I get tested. And sure enough, that was his only symptom, and he had COVID. There's a great deal of patients out there who are carrying COVID that have no symptoms. So it's really been a strange year in that regard.
What's the best thing for us to do if we know we have allergies or if we suspect we have allergies?
You might consider the over-the-counter antihistamines. And there's three general over-the-counter antihistamines we turn to: Allegra, Claritin, or Zyrtec. They all work equally well. The beauty of them is that they are supposed to be non-sedating. Zyrtec works the fastest. However, it also does have more drug interactions potentially, and it can be more sedating. As a matter of fact, if you're a pilot, you can't take Zyrtec. It's one of those things you cannot take, even though it's supposed to be non-sedating. Now, in the olden days, we used to have Benadryl. And Benadryl, of course, is what's called the first generation of antihistamines. And we don't use it a great deal because it is very sedating. And in the elderly can cause a great deal of other side effects, particularly urinary retention. And so it's on a list of medicines not to be used in the elderly. So I would first of all start with something that's over the counter. Keep in mind that an antihistamine is not a decongestant. A decongestant causes more of the blood vessels to constrict in your nasal passages. For example, they do make Allegra D, and Zyrtec D and Claritin D. However, they also will elevate your pulse and blood pressure. You can get a headache and get anxious because the decongestant is a cousin of speed, pseudoephedrine. And one caution I make out there is that you should avoid, under pain of mortal sin, the Afrin type of nasal sprays that are pseudoephedrine. They work very quickly. However, if you use them for more than 3 days, you can become an Afrin junkie because you get a rebound congestion and you're going to be in worse shape than you were before.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Feisner's Ford in Freeland, who is celebrating 75 years in business. Give them a call at 570-636-3920, or you can log on to feisnersford.com.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service on Thursday. A chance of showers with thunderstorms possible after 11 a.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 80 degrees. Thursday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 60 degrees. Friday, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 70 degrees. Friday night, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low in the 50s. Saturday, we have a chance of showers before 2 p.m., but a partly sunny day with a high in the 70s. Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low in the 50s. Sunday, a chance of showers, mostly sunny with a high in the 70s. Sunday night, a chance of showers, partly cloudy with a low in the 50s. The weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In in West Hazleton. They're open Monday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. These hours may vary as they work on staffing for the summer, so call ahead or check them out on Facebook.
Little League fans, there's only 45 days until the Pennsylvania 11 to 12-year-old Little League All-Star Tournament at Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham. Today's countdown is brought to you by the Brass Buckle Mexican Restaurant. Hit a home run just across the street from Whispering Willows Park. Ken Pollock Ford, the most important option on your next vehicle is your dealership. Make that dealership Ken Pollock Ford, your #1 most trusted dealer. Boyer's Food Market, shop fast and save money. Over 6,000 items on sale every day. Falvella Law, seriously injured in a car accident? Call us. And All Care Home Care. Your loved ones deserve the very best. For excellent home health care, call 570-459-3002. Coming up, a chance to get outside and enjoy some great music during the Rockin' the River concert series. And in sports, a story with the Hazleton Area High School track and field teams.
Happy birthday to Mary Ann Casadas. Have a great birthday from your friend Dee and everyone here at SSPTV News. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. John W. Koch, age 79, of Beech Mountain. A mass will be held on June 26th at 10 a.m. at Good Shepherd Church. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. John F. Jack McCarthy, age 77, of Hazleton. A memorial service will be held on Sunday at 12 noon at Victory Bible Church in Junedale. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Jose R. Novas, age 69, of Hazleton. Services were previously held under the Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home. Angel D. Polholz, age 69, of Hazel Township, who passed away on May 31st. A graveside service will be held on Saturday at 12 noon at St. Gabriel Cemetery. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Luis Francisco Alvo Sanchez, age 70, of West Hazleton. Services will be held at the convenience of the family under the Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.